This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Missing links. Historic London. Biosphere. Fish, bird, or mammal. Belgium, Belarus, or Belize. And short lines. Player 1, start us. Write up your blank oop. Okay, Player 1. That's correct. Please pick again. Hi-oh blank wedding anniversary. Yes, Player 1.
Yeah!
Player 1. Break the blank of America. Yes, Player 1. Yes. You get to pick it. Fall by the blank in. Yes, Player 1. Yep. You get to pick it. News blank photography. Yes, Player 1. Right. We return to you, Player 1. You can visit several of these historic structures like Kensington and Buckingham. Okay, Player 2. That's correct. Player 2. Regent's Park was a hunting ground for this 16th century king who never hunted without tiring 8 or 10 horses. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good. Player 1. Famous men who orated at Hyde Park's Speaker's Corner include Friedrich Engels and this 1848 Engels co-author. Player 1. That's right. Way to go.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1. Arthur Wellesley, the first Duke of this, was known as a soldier, but had an eye for art, as you can see at Apsley House. Let's hear it, Player 2. That is correct. A lot of clues. According to Shakespeare, these conflicts began with a confrontation in the Temple Gardens. It's Player 1. Good for you. Player 1, you start us off. Samuel Eliot Morison won a Pulitzer for Admiral of the Ocean Sea about this man who died in 1506. Player 3. Right. Player 3. As he is the subject of 1918 and 1939 Pulitzer Prize winners, perhaps the books should be read with bifocals. Player 1.
Yeah!
Okay, let's get back. Mockingbird is a portrait of this Southern writer. Okay, Player 1. Yes. Player 1. Queen of Fashion is subtitled, What She Wore to the Revolution. It's player 3. Good. Player 3. In a bit of table turning, Poison Pen is an unauthorized bio of this woman who wrote a bio of Nancy Reagan. Let's hear it, player 2. Right. Player 2, you start. The skate. Yes, player 1. Right you are. Player 1, the tarsier. It's player 2. Hey, you're right. Where do we begin? The honey creeper. Okay, player 2. Yep. We return to you, the bongo. Okay, player 1. That's right, way to go.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1, the cichlid. Player 3. Yes. Player 3, where do we start? The largest in area. Okay, player 2. You are correct. Player 2, the farthest south. Yes, player 3. Good for you. Player 3, the most populous. Let's hear it, player 3. That's correct. You again, player 3. It's landlocked. Let's hear it, player 2. Right. Player 2. It's part of the British Commonwealth of Nations. It's player 1. Yep.
Yeah!
Player 1, make a selection, please. When Demi Moore says, "I love you" in this 1990 supernatural thriller, Patrick Swayze's reply is, "Ditto." Player 2. Good. A lot of clues. This character says, "I stick my neck out for nobody," before and after Ugarte's arrest. Okay, player 1.
Yeah!
Player 1. Answer? The Daily Double. You are in the lead right now. Decide on your wager, player 1. The clue. In this 1957 war movie, Colonel Saito tells his captives, "Be happy in your work." Congratulations, you're still in first, player 1. You again, player 1. Wallace Shawn uses this word several times in The Princess Bride. Mandy Patinkin questions its usage. It's player 2. Right. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Dustin Hoffman flick in which you'd hear, "That is one nutty hospital." Okay, player 3. That is correct. Player 3 is in third place and will select first in the Double Jeopardy round, as we always do, right after this break. We start the Double Jeopardy categories with this one. Baseball franchise shifts. Ethiopian cuisine. Historic names. Compound words. Nasal passages. And Scientific American. Player 3, you start us off. In 1958, the Dodgers and this team moved west to California. Player 1. Correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1. The Braves spent 82 seasons in Boston and more than 40 in Atlanta, with a 13-season stop in this city. It's Player 2. Hey, you're right. Player 2. In 1955, the Philadelphia Athletics moved to this city, where they remained for 13 seasons. It's Player 2. Right. After the 1960 season, the Washington Senators left the capital and headed west to this town. Let's hear it, Player 1. Yes.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1. In 1972, the new Washington Senators moved west and became this team. Yes, Player 1. Good. Player 1. Pick again. Similar to steak tartare, kitfo is a cold ground beef dish that is served this way. Okay, Player 2. Good. Where do we begin? Tej is a type of this made with honey. Ethiopians think it was once shared by Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. Player 3. Right. Player 3. For Ethiopian meals, coffee is usually served in these small cups, from the French for half cup. Player 3. Yes. We return to you. Teff, similar to millet, is a type of this that comes from a plant grown in Ethiopia. Yes, Player 2. That's right. Way to go. Player 2, make a selection, please. Excellent. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You're in second right now. How much? All right, here's your clue. Similar to the Indian ghee, niter kibe is a clarified spice-infused type of this and is used in many dishes. Hey, you're right. Player 2, back to you. In 1955, Ngo Diem became the first president of this country that no longer exists. Okay, Player 1. Good for you. Player 1. This Apache tried to keep peace with the Palefaces, but after his death, his son joined with the militant Geronimo. Player 3. Good for you. Player 3. In 312, emboldened by the sight of a cross in the sky, this man defeated the Emperor Maxentius and seized Rome. Okay, Player 3. That is correct. You again, Player 3. Margaret Roper, who died in 1544, is said to have been buried with the head of this Utopia author, her father. Player 1. You got it. A lot of clues. Vienna's imperial palace is now home to the president. In Mozart's time, it was home to the head of state, this archduchess. Yes, player 3. Yes. All right, let's get back into this. Player 3. This aromatic herb of the genus Nepeta will drive your feline crazy. Player 1. Good. Where do we begin? Swallowtail, viceroy, and monarch are types of this insect. It's player 2. That is correct. Where do we begin? If you've gone this, you might have said something extreme or fallen from the Queen Mary. Player 2. Good. Player 2. Looking for a needle in one of these is a metaphor for an impossible search. Let's hear it, player 1. That's correct. A lot of clues. In days of yore, women sometimes rode in this style, meaning both feet on the same flank of the horse. It's player 3. Good for you. Player 3, where do we start? And there in the wood a piggywig stood, with a ring at the end of his nose, in the poem about this bird and a feline. Okay, player 2. Yes. Player 2. Truly that nose is the glorious cross he bears, is said of this romantic Rostand hero. It's player 1. Hey, you're right. Where do we begin? Answer. The other Daily Double. And you have the lead. So, what's your wager? And the clue. To see what is in front of one's nose needs a constant struggle, wrote this man in 1946, not in 1984. You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player 1. Lightly was her slender nose tip-tilted like the petal of a flower. This lord wrote in Idylls of the King. Yes, player 2. Yes. Player 2. A Pascal pensée. If the nose of this queen had been shorter, the whole face of the world would have been changed. Player 3. That is correct. All right, let's get back into this. Player 3 has Scientific American reported on the founder type of these genetic changes. They happen in one person and affect millions of descendants. Okay, player 3. Yes. Player 3. A March 2002 story was on this bacterial toxin, months after the first purposeful release in the United States. Yes, player 2. That's right, way to go. Player 2. An IPY, an international this year, kicked off in 2007 to study ice shelves and permafrost. It's player 2. That is correct. You get to pick again. Appropriately, he wrote the October 1994 story, The Search for Extraterrestrial Life. Yes, player 3? Correct. Here's the $2,000 clue. Scientific American reported that millions of spam messages are generated by rogue software programs it called these. Let's hear it, player 3. Yes. Looks like you'll all be moving on to Final Jeopardy after this break. We're back. The category for Final Jeopardy today is World Authors. You need to select your wager. Now it's time for the Final Jeopardy clue, and here it is. In 1898, he wrote, "As for the persons I have accused, they are embodiments of social malfeasance." What did you say? With that correct response, you will gain. Let's see your response. And that correct response will add. What did you say? And this correct response will add how much to your score? Congratulations, player 1. You're the winner. So long.